Good morning to you. It must be 5 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time somewhere out there on the East Coast because it's time for another edition of Hardison's Tips. I'm your host, Brandon Hardison, and we do this for all of our brothers and sisters who are in the sales vertical, whether you're major account, key account, up and down the street, retail sales, in home sales, office equipment sales, automotive sales. We just want to give back. Now, we're going to get right to it because it is coming up. The month will be ending. It's a beautiful Thursday, the 28th. I hope you're at your bonus levels. If not, you still got a couple of more days to still get that done. So I know you're getting dressed, so let's just get started and unpack what I have for today. And that is the one thing you must keep in mind is not multitasking. Myself personally have always been taught that multitasking was not only a good practice, but that it was essential to be successful. Hmm. As vice president of sales, I became really good at multitasking. I could literally keep a dozen or so balls in the air, hundreds of projects moving forward with my staff, move from topic 1 to 157 in a heartbeat. I seldom ever dropped a ball or missed a date. Did I do everything perfectly over that time or as well as I could have done? But the answer would be no. I did do things, but along the way, think about it. I truly believe that simply getting it done mattered more than doing it perfectly. Now, if we look at that perfectly world and what we're trying to say with it is this: when we try to do things perfectly on a consistent basis, things will start to fall apart on us. So I don't want you to go through what I went through, which was to be a constant multitasker, even though you think you're very good at it. And here's why. In life, things change, and we're all presented with opportunities to reassess. And a good friend gave me a book, and I looked through it a great period of time. And once I got it from the mailbox, I accompanied my time to just looking at the personal notes and staying positive encouraged me to read both incorporated and the principles contained within. So if you ever want to see why multitasking isn't too good, the book is called The One Thing: The Surprisingly Simple Truth Behind Extraordinary Results. And it's by Gary Keller. He's the founder of the Keller Williams Realty. Every once in a while, we read something that rocks our boat, but the book literally shook my foundation. The book's basic premise questioned everything that I had been taught, everything that I had been learned, everything that I thought was very good at. The pages screamed that multitasking was not only wrong, but this was a very, very low practice that I wanted not to be an expert at. So naturally, I get this wow wake up call in my head. So, telling you, let's put together a to do list. The one thing teachers, coaches, managers, you need to look at your to-do list and choose the one thing that's actually the most important. Let yourself get to a determination of whatever reasoning you may want to rank and base these tasks, and then do it. Now, all you have to do is one thing and one thing once, and it's done. Deciding on which one new thing should be put in the queue is very deliberate. I have to admit that 30 years of doing what I was doing, this was one of the most amazing books. So, actions and accomplishments, if we look at it, do actions get us where we need to go, or is it finishing important had to do? We need to really grasp that, because how many times have we added to our to do list because we didn't complete what was there? So, implementation, sticking to the focus until you get that one thing done. And here's what I know you'll get out of it. I have learned to multitask and have embraced the practice as a successful approach. However, I recommend you take a step back. One thing at a time, and you'll see that you're allowing yourself the opportunity to do it right. Once again, Brandon Hardison, President and Champion Strategies, on this beautiful Thursday, the 28th of October. And as always, in parting, you go out and you make it a champion day.